And we are live. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hi, Harsh. Hi, Balram. Good evening. Very good evening. How are you doing today? Hmm? I can see a lot of people joining. Hi, Miss Neha. Good evening to all of you. Very good evening. Are you excited for our today's live? Very good evening. Hello. Please write yes in the chat box if you're able to see us and hear us clearly. Naval says, doing great, ma'am. I'm doing absolutely amazing as well. Yes. Are you excited for our today's live? Hello. Yes, Naval says yes. We are equally excited because the topic for discussion is interesting and I hope you're going to have a lot of takeaways from today's live. Shall we begin? Yes. Harsh says, how are you, ma'am? We are doing good. Hello. Yes, okay. Here is the time. Very, very good evening to all of you. This evening is special, and this evening is special because we are live. Not just this, you people make it even more special, and I hope you're excited. Every Sunday, English Yaari brings you two amazing tutors where we share the valuable feedback and insights so that you can improve your spoken English. Okay, so to all those who don't know me, I am Shruti Sharma, your language trainer and communication coach at EnglishYaari. Yes, I can see a lot of people responding. Yes, hi, Miss Lamika.
Good evening, Shruti. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
Mhm. Vaibhav says, please take our name once. Hi, Vaibhav.
Hi, Vaibhav. Hi, Neha. Hi, Lekram. Thanks for joining in.
Absolutely. I just told them that this evening is special and their presence make it sparkling even more.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Here is a time when we are going to discuss a really interesting and amazing topic, which is going to help you a lot in your day to day life. And for working professional, it's going to be a valuable asset forever. So, the topic for our today's discussion is business communication. Right, and who better than Miss Lamika can guide us on this topic? To all those, Miss Lamika is one of our seasoned trainers. She is a soft skill trainer, and if I talk about her background, she has been training people in the corporate world for over a decade now. So I'm sure Miss Lamika is going to share some valuable insights, and that will help us improve.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for that introduction. And I'm really glad and pleased to join all of you all on this live session. It's really a privilege, and the audience is amazing. I really love the way the learners are so keen to learn, these skills. And the topic today is so relevant, Shruti, that business communication. We all have hard skills, technical skills, educational qualifications, that is fine, but when it comes to professionally conducting yourself, communication skill plays a major role, and a lot of people lack this when it comes to conducting themselves at the workplace. So we are talking here about soft skills. How do you conduct yourself at the workplace so that you come up in the limelight, and professional growth and career prospects seem bright for you? So it's a very relevant topic.
Mhm. Indeed, Miss Lamika, even whenever someone takes session with me, I keep on saying to them that business communication is one of the great ways to enhance your communication skills. And this helps you stand out differently in meetings, in your interviews. So now that you've told what actually business communication is all about, I also want you to put some light on the importance of business communication, especially in today's age and era.
Absolutely, Shruti. So, as we said, that business communication is a crucial skill. The world is moving at a fast pace, and we are seeing that the future of the workplace is digital and remote working. In such a scenario, it becomes even more crucial that your business communication is to the point. Whether it is meetings, whether it is online video conferencing, interviews, you are doing a presentation to the client, or you're having a meeting with the client, every aspect of your communication is crucial. And because it reflects your professionalism, your image in the customer's eyes, and you are the face of the company, right? When you're representing your company with your clients, they see you as the brand ambassador, right? So it's so important that your communication skills are to the point, clear, courteous, formal, and most important, respectful. So that's the key I would like to emphasize here, that it's important to build relationships and trust with the customers, and also for
Hmm.
interdepartment functioning. A lot of times we deal a lot with internal, teammates and other departments. Even there, it is important that how do you communicate in the right manner so that the teamwork comes about, and productivity and a positive work environment is created. So it's a very important aspect, I would say, for any working professional.
Oh, I have to really agree on this point, Miss Lamika, because I myself feel whenever you are in a professional setup, you cannot say anything which is inappropriate or anything which can sound rude to somebody, because these are
Right.
not your known ones. At professional work, you need to bring in the ethics and morals so that someone can understand you deeply. And equally, it's important for you to have a clear communication through your words, right?
Absolutely.
At times
Yes.
it happens when you want to speak something but you end up saying something which you never even meant. For example, initially when I started working, there were many instances where, as you're a rocky, as you're fresher, there are many things that you don't know at all, right? So you end up
Right.
saying that I don't know, I don't know. So now you're saying I don't know because you don't have a background or you don't have enough knowledge to do this work. But to someone who's your senior, he or she may feel that she's quite reluctant. She don't want to work on any project. So
Absolutely. It could be a wrong message you are conveying, and it could be seen as you're not a team player, right?
indeed, and I felt it. I remember once my manager said that I think you want to say something, but you end up saying something. So I even want people in the chat box to write if they even feel this. They want to say something, but the words they choose are not right, or the message they want to communicate is not clear because of English or because of the way they speak.
Right.
Has it
Absolutely.
ever happened with you, Miss Lamika, where you came across any learner who was not even clear with the thoughts or in speech?
Yes, it happens many instances, Shruti. I have learners who have a lot to say, who want to express their, aspects in lot of words, but they struggle, they stutter because they are not able to put together all the words in a proper sentence structure and in the right way. There are a lot of learners who struggle with this. I have come across this quite a lot of instances. They have the knowledge, right? I'm saying that they are skilled, they have the knowledge, but when it comes to communication, they are not able to put the words together and convey it the way it should be conveyed. That's where miscommunication happens.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And here Miss Neha has asked a very beautiful and a relevant question. She says, how to say no smartly. As I was just
Yes.
asking you, I don't know is also a way of saying no. So I want you to tell our learners how they can say no professionally.
That's a very good question, I would say, Neha. Thanks a ton for that question. When it comes to work, we are in a very tight spot when it comes to work, and we don't want to say no. But how do we say no politely? We can say it in multiple ways. For example, don't say it directly that no, I can't do this. For example, if you have a lot of projects at hand, the most important thing to convey to the person is that, see, I have a lot on my plate. I really cannot take on more right now. And convey the message that, is it urgent? Is this what you're asking me to do right now? Is it a priority or no? Can it wait? That's the way you can say no. That they'll understand that you are not saying no because you don't want to. You right now have a lot of things on your plate, right? That's why you're saying no. Another solution to saying no is that give them options. For example, you are busy with a deadline on a project, and you somebody comes and tells you that, okay, I have another important work, can you just squeeze this in? So how do you say that,
Mm-hmm.
so then you have to say that, okay, I am busy with something, I won't be able to dedicate time to this because I have a deadline. What I would suggest is my colleague, so and so XYZ is very good at this, and why not we take her help to get this done? So that way you project yourself as enthusiastic, you want to do that work, but for some
True.
reason you're tied up, but you're happy to help, and you're bringing in your teammate to get that work done. So there are
Mm-hmm.
these ways you can. So outright don't say a no, but give options and alternatives. That is the best thing to do.
Or maybe give context to why you are saying no to something. At times
Absolutely.
it happens you're saying no, as you said, I might have a lot to do, I'm swamped with work, and I really don't have time to get a new project as I'm already dealing with many. Or maybe I'm not the right one to address this.
Absolutely.
So we
Give them
should give context.
solutions. Be solution oriented rather than just stonewalling yourself and saying no, I will not take on more.
Yes, I have to agree. I hope this answers your question, Miss Neha.
Neha. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And meanwhile, to all those who are watching this live, feel free to put your questions, your queries in the chat box. We are going to take a lot of questions. Every Sunday, we come live sharp at 7 just to address your queries, your questions. So feel free to put all your doubts and we'll try to address and resolve one after the other. Right? Okay, great. Ms. Lamika, you said that you should give explanation or give context to something. So here I can remember, and this is something very personal, the moment I started my work life
Right.
long ago. So as I was a fresher with no experience, started my journey, and once I couldn't complete my project on time. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the reason was I didn't know how to complete it. So my manager called me up and said that, Shruti, you haven't submitted. You don't do this often, but why your project is not submitted yet? So I said, because I don't know how to do it. He said, you could have asked. I said, okay, tell me. Now, the moment I said, tell me, I knew in my mind that this is not the actual way of talking to your seniors. Right? This
Right.
may work in your personal life. Okay, tell me what's happening. Tell me what you're doing. But to a person who's superior to you, who knows a lot, and respecting the age or the experience they hold, I shouldn't have said it. So later on, I realized, but I hope people get themselves in a trap where they feel, oh, why I just said it? I shouldn't have said it on. So, in such cases, how to deal, how to get out of those tight spots.
Yeah, you brought up a very, very relevant instance. Thank you for sharing that. I believe that a lot of our audience would relate to this, Shruti, that, a lot of freshers who have joined the corporate world would relate to this, that when it comes to asking for help, they'll be very hesitant. Point number one is they won't like asking for help because it will be seen as, oh, I don't know how to do my job, and you want to prove yourself, right? When you're a fresher, you want to prove yourself that, okay, I know everything, so you feel a bit hesitant to ask. That is one thing. So what I would like to say to everyone out here who's a fresher, who's facing these kind of issues, is that it's okay to ask for help. Please ask for help. I'm saying this out of my personal corporate experience, that it is better to ask for help rather than completing something with half knowledge and in a wrong way. And you deliver
Yes.
something and your boss says, ye nahi chahiye tha, mujhe aise chahiye tha, right? So the time
Happens.
is, you have
Yes.
spent time, invested very crucial time on it, and it turns out that this is not how it is to be done. So it is important to ask for help and understanding, a. And the second thing is that how to ask for help, right? So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time what happens is, like you rightly mentioned, that when we speak with our friends, family, we are very casual, right? And the moment
Indeed.
we move into the corporate sector, everything around us is quite formal and professional. So that switch over
Yes.
is very difficult for a lot of people. you get kind of, very overwhelmed with that environment. So it's important that you bring in a little bit of courteousness and politeness, keep your casual self a little bit away, and you can ask in a very polite tone. I would say tone is very important. Don't sound aggressive and dominant. And clear
Hmm.
communication. Be very crisp and clear with your communication. When we talk about business communication, there are main things which need to be focused is clarity of communication, the tone, courteousness, and accuracy. Do not beat around the bush. Nobody has the time. Don't be like going
Yes.
on and on and on. Very direct, very clear. What you want, ask very clearly. For example, here, instead of saying, tell me, you could have said that I could use some guidance on this project. Can you please spare a few minutes to help me? Right? That could be a polite
Wow,
way.
this sounds so organized.
You
Yes.
could say, would it be possible for you to help me with this project? I'm struggling to complete it on my own. So here you're, trying to be polite and asking them for time. This is also important. Don't directly barge into somebody and say, hey, help me. Please ask for their time, be polite, and use the words could, would.
And should. Three magical words of business English.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Here we have a very interesting question and I want you to answer it up. Shahad Hussain says, during interview, if interviewer asks question that how you can lead the team as a team leader, what should be the answer, ma'am?
Okay, if you have any such question related to teamwork, if you have an experience of working with a team previously, you can cite that example and say that there was a so and so project and we worked as a team and we delivered it and I was leading the team. And or if you have not been leading the team, you can highlight your contributions to the project which made it deliver the project on time. Bring up very key aspects of what did you contribute to the project as a team member that you need to highlight. If you are a fresher, you will say, I don't have work experience, how do I mention about teamwork? I don't have that. So here I would
Yes.
say you are a fresher. Then if you have probably done any volunteering work or any project on your college in your college while studying, I'm sure everybody must have contributed somewhere in something as a volunteer or extracurricular activities in a setting up a festival or a fest. Anything in college you can pick up those and highlight for a fresher. That also works. Anything which highlights your team contribution is good enough, I would say.
Absolutely. And first of all, Shahad, it's our third live. Every Sunday, as I said, we come live sharp at 7. So, by any chance, if you've missed previous two, in the last one, we discussed the importance of interviews and how you can answer those typical questions in the interview. So, do check that out. And apart from that, as you said, instead of saying I'm a team player, you should give a context or a reference. See, one way is that, oh, I am hardworking, I am polite. You're just saying it directly without even meaning that out, and the interviewer knows for a fact that he has crammed this from somewhere and now he's just speaking. So once you give a detailed answer, it helps the interviewer know you better. For example, as ma'am said, if you've volunteered anything, if you've done any kind of internship in the past or any experience, you just say it out. For example, you can say that, ma'am, in my college years, I got a chance to work with my college team. There are many college events. That's when I got a chance to, or I got the privilege to handle the team of around 10 people. From there, I developed this leadership skills. I believe I'm good at it. Now the person knows, okay, he's saying because this way you are not just bragging about yourself. Hey, I have this. You're saying it just politely, subtle way. So maybe that can give you extra marks and help you stand out. Okay, then Babu Ram Upadhyay says, how is business English different from business communication? Oh my God. I'm sure, Miss Lamika, you've come across many such learners. Let's get it clear right away.
Yeah, so business English and business communication. See, when we speak about business communication, it's communication related to business, as in it could be the communication you use to interact with your teammates, with your stakeholders, with your clients or internal team. It could be manager giving a talk about motivation to the employees. This is business
Mm-hmm.
communication, right? And it is very structured, it is very formal, it is crisp, concise, accurate. Now when we come to business English, it is about communicating using the English language, right? It's a mix of using the right words, because here we are talking about be concise and be crisp. So, which are the right words to use in business communication from the English language? You cannot be using slang. You cannot be using short forms. You cannot be using, WhatsApp language, WHR and IDK, etc., etc. It's a very
HRW.
so
Yes.
that's how it is different from normal communication and business communication. In an email, for example, when you're writing an email to a friend, you can use short forms, you can use emojis. But when it comes to business communication and English, no short forms, proper English words, no emojis, no capitals. Capitals in email means you are screaming, you are shouting. So these are some of the things which are relevant in business communication and the English language. So it's an amalgamation of both, I would say.
Yeah.
They are not completely different.
Absolutely, these are interrelated, both goes hand in hand. But when you say business communication, it's not just about the word you choose, it's not about the way you speak, it's also about your verbal as well as non-verbal skills and how you portray them out. So, in simple terms, if you have to understand, Mr. Upadhyay, just focus on that spoken English is what you are speaking, but personality development, or when we talk about business communication, it means what are you reflecting from your facial expressions, your hand gestures, your body language, how politely you're portraying your words. Let's suppose I want to ask Miss Lamika that what should I do? Now, this can be little harsh. I can,
Hmm.
in a better way, in English, what should I do is right. But in business communication, instead of saying, what should I do, you should say, Ms. Lamika, it would be great if you could shed some light on this topic, or it would be great if you can help me enlighten this path, or if you could show me some guidance, help me through it. There are various other ways. It's just that what you say at home is simple English, or with your friends, with your family, but when you entered in a setup, interviews, your meetings, or anything at work that is professional and includes business communication and ethics. Okay, all right. Now, I think Best Bazaar 2023, I don't know your real name. So he says that, how can I join English badge for improving my English fluency? Okay, so all you just need to do is you download the English Yaari app, or you can check out our website. Right up there, you'll find everything available. Choose your tutor, select the preferred time, and have your sessions. Am I right, Miss Lamika?
Absolutely on point. English
Yes, it's
Yaari
super
is a
easy. Yes, super easy, super convenient, just for you.
yeah.
Okay, we are getting a lot of questions. I can take one or two. Avinash says English language is changing life of many people these days. Is it true? Yes, it's absolutely true. And in addition, I would like to say that English language is just a way of expressing yourself. Many a times you come across people who are you don't share the same language, you don't share your first language, so in that case it acts as a basic medium of communication. So if you know how to communicate well in English, it can open a lot of doors of opportunities for you, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Shruti, we have a question regarding an email out here. I don't know. Yeah, Abhinash is asking something. No, sorry, I think I missed it. There was some email related query. How to write? Yeah, there it is, ma'am. How to mention subject in my email accurately? Neha is asking.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, that's a very relevant question, Neha. That many people they miss out writing the subject when they are sending
Subject.
an official
I
email.
have done it endlessly, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I understand, but guys, in professional business communication, it's an absolute no. The subject has to be mentioned, right? And how do you mention accurately? Okay, this is a tricky one. So it has to be very crisp and concise. You can't have a subject line which is running into two, three lines.
Two
You,
lines,
yeah,
yes.
two lines. It has to be crisp, but at the same time, it has to give the person who's receiving the email a very clear picture that what does this email consist of. So you have to be
Mhm.
concise and accurate and to the point. Now it will depend from context to context, but subject line is a must, and the right subject. Don't just say hi, don't just say okay attached. Uh, what is it that you are sending in that email has to be there very clearly. It's a very
Mhm.
important aspect of business
Yeah.
communication.
Just think it this way. Let's suppose the person has not opened your email. Just by the subject, the person should have the reference that, okay, what this email is all about, right? So
Absolutely,
just crisp and
because
concise note of what you've written inside.
absolutely, because when you're working in a day, you could get like a horde of emails, and you don't want to open each and every email and check, okay, what is this? The subject line itself should be so clear that you know, okay, this is it. And then you have the option based on priority that do I action it right away? Do I check this email right away? Because in a day, you
Mm-hmm.
get like thousands of emails, right?
True. And
So
it's not
respect the
possible
other
for you to check
person's time.
everyone.
Yeah, respect the other person's time as well. Time is critical. Time is money in business.
True. Sachin has asked a really important question. He says, "Hi, ma'am. Informal business communication and formal business communication. Elaborate." Okay, I think Miss Lamika just touched on it. That a formal conversation is all about, which is free from the short abbreviations that you use, or you don't use any kind of idioms, phrases, or any. Nowadays, especially with Gen Zs, Miss Lamika, I've noticed it quite often. They put on slangs in their language.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We know this is a big no, let's suppose, or maybe idioms. Let's suppose I'm in meeting and something went wrong and I say, hey, every cloud has silver lining. Now this may not make any sense to anyone who's listening. Let's suppose a team member or my colleague or my boss would say, what are you saying, Shruti? So,
yeah.
all these using idioms, phrases, or taglines, or short forms, abbreviation, these are all the part of informal English where you can use it with your friends, with your family members, but not at work, right?
Absolutely right, Shruti. Short forms
Mhm.
are not done at all. I think that
True.
projects a very different kind of an image. Think about it. You are representing a company which is, there's an image to the company, and you as a employee, as a face of the company, the way you are communicating to your customers and clients says a lot about your values and how you come across as a person. That's a perception you are creating. So it's
Mhm.
important that you avoid these negative red flags, so to say.
Yes, so don't use all such things that makes no sense to any business manager or the leader. Naval says that, ma'am, I would like to know how can I become fluent with my teammates. Just focus on your
Friendly with my
fluency.
teammates. Friendly with my teammates, he's saying.
Okay, is it friendly? I just take it fluently, maybe.
Oh,
Okay, how you can be friendly with your teammates? Okay, good question. See, always remember, no matter which position your teammates or your colleagues are, at the end, you are all working for one purpose that is for that very company. Feel as if the way you share your home with a lot of people, a lot of family members, the way you share place with your friends equally, it's a common place when you come all together, all of your colleagues start thinking that they are good. There are a lot of things, backbiting happens in offices. That's why there's some kind of negative environment, but be positive, have a clear communication with them, as we just said. Sometimes uh, just because of words, wrong choice of words, you misinterpret someone else's emotions. So, as we said, just
right.
be clear with your thought process. Whenever you're communicating with them, have a good and a confident communication, including positivity all around, and they will be as friendly as you want them to be.
And another
Right?
point is always be ready to help. Whenever there is a crisis, whenever there is a need for you to pitch in, please be ready to help. That's how team bonding develops. That's how you work as a team, and you get friendly.
Yes, irrespective of a lot of work, of course, workplaces are filled with a lot of tasks, deadlines. Just enjoy. Have some time where you ask your colleagues how they are doing.
Yeah,
These are
right.
simple ways. You go to their desk and you ask them, how's everything going? Are you doing well today? How's the day turning for you? These little things. Start small talks. Small talks
Yes.
are really essential. And then you will automatically build rapport with them. And there would be a point when you will be able to speak with them fluently, accurately, right?
Yes, absolutely. Be helpful, be polite, be empathetic, share small talk. Work
Uh,
need not be just work, right? It needs to be a friendly and positive environment. That's when more productivity happens, right?
True. A person like me is always happy all around. So I cannot work in stress. It's better you spread happiness. Life is one. You only live once. So make it to the fullest. All right. Now we were distracted for a while, Miss Lamika. I want
Hmm.
you to explain. You were telling or touching the really essential part of business communication, the three magical words should, could, and would. So, especially could and would, I want you to tell all our learners how they can start their business communication, how they can be super quick with that.
Okay, so the three magical words would, could, and should. Please try and include this in your communication at work, because that will make you see as somebody who's polite, courteous, and respecting the other person. You are not being very direct and arrogant and rude, but when you say, would you help me with this, it says that you are respecting that other person's time probably, and taking permission. That reflects your I would say manners, yeah, rather than being direct. So whenever in doubt, please use would. That would be my suggestion. Would it be possible for you to help me with this, or would you please guide me on this project? I'm a bit stuck on this, or I'm struggling with this. I could use some guidance. Could you spare a few minutes to assist me? Please remember, these are magic words, and this will make a whole lot of difference to your the way you communicate and your interactions with teammates and everybody else at the workplace. Believe me. Shruti, you would like to add something here?
Yes, I would tell you one thing how I was introduced to business English. My teacher once wrote these three words on the board and said that if you know the exact usage of these words, then you can able to express yourself in a clear, concise manner. And that's when she says that whenever you're confused, as Miss Lamika said, whether I should use could or would, both are good words, both are magical words. Go with would if ever there is any confusion. Just remember that, let's suppose I say, hey, I don't know, or if I want some kind of favor from Miss Lamika, you can say, can you give me feedback? Now, this is quite direct. If I say, would you mind sharing your feedback? Now she'll feel happy that I am giving the charge of it to her. Now the ball is in her court whether she want to share the feedback or not, right? So sometimes just by using these words, you can say, especially at your, not just at your workplace, but also in your day-to-day life. If you want someone to pass something to you, you say that, can you please pass me the bottle? You can also say, could you please pass the bottle to me? Would you mind passing the bottle to me? So just use these words and you'll see a lot of politeness in your speech. At last,
Absolutely.
communication is all about expressing yourself well and making the other person feel that you're not disrespecting, you are just making them feel equipped with this language, right?
Yes. See, when you make the
Okay.
other person feel important and respected, that's when you also are perceived as somebody who respects the other person's time and efforts and whatever he's putting into. So it's a mutually respectful situation you are creating here.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here is a time where we have a quick activity for all of you. I want you to show some kind of excitement in the chat box and then we'll tell you what the activity is all about today. Write excited in the chat box or say yes so that we can start with it. Yes, all right. So, just to give you the context, as we focus a lot on the importance of business communication and being formal rather than informal in your daily conversation, so we'll be giving you few sentences which are going to be informal, and you all the audience, all of you, need to transform the sentence into a formal way. Let's see who get to answer it first and who's going to be the winner for this game. We can say we are receiving a lot of highs and yes in the session that they are excited. Okay, so I want you, Miss Lamika, to introduce the very first sentence to them.
Okay, here we go. A little bit of context before I get into the sentence. Suppose you're sitting in a meeting or in a one on one discussion with your colleague, and you're not able to hear properly what that person has just said, and you want them to repeat it. How would you go about it? Generally, you would say, "What? Can you repeat?" Right? What's a better way? What's a more polite and a professional way to say that?
Okay, so repeating once again, the sentence that you have to transform or change is can you repeat? People say, and believe me, Miss Lamika, many times in interviews or in our daily conversation, in our daily sessions, people say, can you repeat that? What did you just say? Sorry? Pardon? So we get to hear it quite often. Now let's see how people in our chat box react to this question.
Yes, we can see
Okay.
some
Nagaraj says
responses.
pardon. Well,
Okay.
pardon is not that polite though. I want Miss Lamika to address this as well. Why not
Okay.
pardon?
Yeah, we are used to pardon. Yes, I understand. There was a time when I beg your pardon or pardon was used when we wanted somebody to repeat. But let me tell you that now that's no longer the way. Language is evolving, times are evolving, the way we communicate is evolving. So we don't use pardon. We can say, sorry, could you please repeat that? Or you can say, sorry, I missed that. I didn't really catch that. Could you please
Wow.
repeat? Right? Or would you mind saying that again? Simple,
Mhm.
right?
We are
Uh,
receiving a lot of comments. Wow,
yeah,
it's
could you
flooded.
please repeat?
Sorry, come
Yes, yes.
again.
Right.
Sorry, come again. Yeah, this can be right. I must
Absolutely.
say, Sachin, then JK Study. They are saying, could you please come
Yes.
again? Very good. You're
Vishal.
using could.
Yes. Correct, correct.
Okay. Sorry,
Right.
come again. Vishal says, then Pinkesh says, pardon, sir. Would you mind kindly please come again? Okay, he has given three answers. Sorry, come
Yes.
again. I missed it. Okay, I missed the boat. No, please don't say I missed the boat. We just told you no and no idioms, no phrases when it comes
Yes.
to
That's not
this.
relevant
Sorry.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I could not
Sorry is
recall.
also
Would you mind?
fine.
Yeah, yeah. All these are
No,
fine.
sorry, I couldn't recall is not right. You are not able to recall. You're not recalling anything. It's just that you missed. So this is not the right way.
Yeah, I
I
could not
see people saying
recall is I could not remember. That's a different
yes,
context actually.
yes. Ajit says sorry. Repeat. This is quite robotic. We cannot say this to what. Sorry, boss. Repeat.
But I love the way people are responding. The chat box is like overflowing.
Yes.
Lovely. Keep it
Miss
coming.
yes, but Ruchil says, but I am the winner. Okay, Ruchi, no worries. The trophy is all yours. Everyone is a winner. At least you're trying harder, and I'm very happy to all those who have used could. I'm sorry I'll not be able to give a shout out to each one of you, but you know yourself that you started your sentence by saying could. Could you please repeat? Even would is right. Would you mind repeating? I'm sorry I couldn't catch that. You can also say this. And what else, Miss Lamika? Is there any other sentence that we can say?
Yeah, we have covered everything. We've covered most of the points. I'm glad that the audience has got it and they are responding.
Uh-huh. JK Studies, we are your fans because every time you people come live with us, you join us, and from the starting, it's just great. Okay, Vishal says, sorry, come again. Now it's better you give reference. Sorry, come again. It's not actually right. There's nothing wrong with it, but sorry, come again. It's better you say, sorry, I missed it. Or would you mind repeating what you just said? These can be a better ways. Okay, are you ready for the second sentence? Now I'm loving the response. Are you ready? Okay, Ruchi says thank you. Thank you, Ruchi, for joining us. Tell us, are you ready for the next sentence? Should we introduce the next sentence to all of you? Okay, all right. So, next sentence for you all is I am very busy. People often use it. Let's suppose someone come to you and says that, hey, you have to do this project as well today. So you're like, sorry, I'm very busy. Now, this is informal, we know. So, what will be a formal way of saying, sorry, I'm busy? I'm very busy. Hmm. Ajit says, I'm a big fan of both of you. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, let's see. We are waiting for your response. Think of what you can say.
Vishal is saying quite busy. Okay, Sachin says I'm swamped.
Wow,
Yes.
great, Sachin. It's the right answer. You can say I'm swarmed.
Yeah.
It's a polite way of saying it. What else you can say? Quite busy. Ma'am, you're my idol. I watch your videos. Oh my god.
Shruti ma'am has
Yes.
got her fans here.
Oh, please don't say that. Thank you so much for your constant support. We are here, we are able to share a lot of knowledge with you because you are there to understand, you are there to learn every time. So keep up that spirit high. Okay, now we can say, sorry, I'm quite occupied. Okay, better one. Quite
Okay, yeah,
occupied.
I'm laden
Right.
with work. Okay, Ruchi says I'm laden with work. Okay, Harsh says I
Hmm.
have a lot on my plate. Yes,
Wow.
work on
Kudos
my
to you,
plate.
Harsh. It's right.
Great,
Yes, I have a lot on
great.
my plate. It's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have a lot of work to do. Not really. Will be when more responses
Lol.
come up. Yeah.
Let's
Sorry,
suppose a
I'm
boss
little.
come to your corner and say, "Sorry, boss, I have a lot to do." He'll be like, "I'm paying a lot to you, so it's
Okay.
better you do."
Shruti, we have an interesting one. Harish says, okay, we got that. One sec. Harish is saying, I appreciate the request, but I'm currently in the midst of other responsibilities. Can we discuss this at a more convenient time? Wow.
Wow,
I
very
love
good.
that. Yes,
Huge shout
absolutely.
out to you. It's quite. I'm happy with the fact that you organized it well. It's in a
Yeah,
best frame. Okay,
absolutely.
sorry, sir, I'm occupied. Pinkesh says, sorry, I'm really tied up these days. Himashri, we won't say, Miss Neha, that I'm tied up these days. You're just saying, we are asking you just for this instance that I'm very busy.
I have
Hmm.
big fish to fry. Okay, again, idioms and phrases, Shruti.
I think they love idioms and phrases.
Yes.
Someone is saying, I missed the boat. Now they're saying, I have a lot of fish to fry.
But I
It's
love
so.
the fact that people are using idioms and phrases, but guys, the context has to be right.
Today we are talking on business communication. Will not be able to appreciate this, but in next life probably when we come for idioms and phrases, then we'll love to have all these on board.
I think Shruti, we should have another session just for idioms and phrases. It will be fun.
Truly, truly, it's going to be fun. And with these audience, as they love idioms and phrases, we need to address it out.
Yes.
Okay, I was active somewhere. Quite busy. Vishal says quite busy. Now, this is not formal. I'm very busy is informal, as I just said. Quite busy is also a next form of saying it in informal ways. But as most of you got it right, and even Hirsch, if I'm not wrong with the name, said it beautifully. You can say that I have a lot on my plate. I have my plate full, or currently I have something on priority list. Once I'm done with this, then I can definitely pick up or address this out. Or what else we can say, Miss Lamika?
I'm swarmed. I have a lot on my plate. All that has come up, right?
Hmm.
There's another one you can say, I don't have the bandwidth right now, right? That's
Hmm.
another thing we can say. And one important point I would like to make is that uh, give an alternate option. Like we discussed about the how to say no. If you're currently busy and you're not able to take it up, give a
Hmm.
solution or an option or an alternative that can it be discussed later, like how Harsh said that. Can we discuss this
True.
tomorrow or when I'm free? Or if it is really urgent, then arrange for somebody to handle it. Be
Hmm.
solution oriented, always.
Yes. Yeah, I can see even Ruchi says, I have a lot on my plate is full. These are right ways of saying so. And just don't stop yourself by saying, I have a lot on my plate. Also give the context, as we just said. You can address it up to your colleagues. As we just said something. there was a question how I can build rapport, how can I be friendly with my colleagues. If you're choosing right words at right time, they will feel that yes, you are easygoing person and you can be of great help in case they need any. Right?
Right.
Okay,
Great.
I'm loving it. Next
Yeah,
line
me
on
too.
idioms and phrases, please. Yeah, sure, Harsh,
Yes.
it's done. As we just said, next time we are coming on this. Naval says, when we are in meeting and someone receive an important call, what should we do? Okay, all right. What should we do,
Ideally,
Lamika?
okay, yeah, Naval, good question. Ideally, in a meeting, your phone should be on silent and face down, so that you're not constantly peeping into the phone and seeing whether there is a message, or silent and face down is the ideal way to be. But if you're expecting something really important, I can understand that it could be a family issue, or there could be an emergency, or something which is really not avoidable. Then in that case you need to inform prior to the meeting that there could be a situation like this, and you may have to take that call. Inform in advance before the meeting begins, and when you need to take that call, uh, tell the concerned person in the your boss or senior, whoever is leading the meeting, that you need to step out for some time as it is an emergency, and you need to take that call unless and until it's an emergency. Otherwise, uh, it's not advisable to be taking calls in the meeting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Now that we are receiving a lot of comments and I'm loving the way they are giving answers to a question, I want to give one more sentence to all of you. Are you ready? Yes, okay. I can see a lot of highs and a lot of people sharing their love. Okay, so our next sentence is when someone comes to you and you know this work is not easy. So you say, oh, this is not possible. So the sentence is, this is not possible. Let's suppose you are dealing with your client come up with something which is not possible from your end. So how professional you can say that this is not possible. Okay, let's see. People are writing yes, yes. Okay, now we are waiting for your response. Let's see how you react towards this. It's very important to understand. Many a times you're not a suitable one to address this out. People say, let's suppose I remember Miss Lamika, there was one of my team members who said that tomorrow you need to finish these two projects. I'm like,
Hmm.
in a parallel universe, this is not possible. And then he said that before even trying, you're saying no to it. It's
Right.
better you try. It's okay, we'll not be able to reach up the finishing line. At least we'll lie somewhere in the middle. So
Yes.
it's important you address this right away. Let's see what our learners have to say. It's quite difficult for me.
Difficult
Jake
for me.
says,
Okay.
okay.
Sorry to say this, it could not be done. It's the same as not possible, right? It's quite
This
difficult
is
for
quite
me.
difficult for me.
Okay,
Okay.
let us wait for some more responses.
Yeah, I will not spill the beans quickly
Yes.
now. We'll wait for a while. Okay, Tadi Sunny, if I'm not saying it wrong, say sorry to say this could not be done. Okay, Vishal say sorry, I'm unaware of this topic. Will
Okay.
research and come back to you.
This is a
Considerable.
good one. Yeah, that's
Yes.
something where you're ready to help. You want to do you want to be helpful, but you lack the knowledge. You're trying. That's a good one. I'll try my level best. Can't promise.
Can't
Okay.
promise.
It's
Give some reference, Harsh, and then it will be right. Ajit says sorry to say about it. About what?
sorry to say about it.
Okay.
Okay. Huh. Harish is saying, I regret to inform you that the requested task is currently not possible. I apologize for any inconvenience and open to exploring. Okay, my goodness. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Harish, the kind of words you've used, we need to give a crisp and concise answer. This will work best if you're writing in professional email, if I'm not wrong, Miss Lamika. We
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
put
That's more
one
of a
liner
written.
here. Yes. Pinke says, guys, work seems to be take demand, taking diamond from the ocean. Okay,
From you.
guys, we don't say guys in professional meetings.
Uh,
No, English. Don't use that.
Shruti, regarding Harish's response, he's there, but it's quite like a lengthy explanation, but it's
Mhm.
quite a correct way
Quite
of
professional.
responding.
Yes,
Yes, it's
absolutely.
professional. Yes.
Now is the time, Miss Lamika. We should tell them the actual way of answering this.
Okay. See, a lot
Okay.
of times, especially in customer service, we come across this quite often that, you can't point blank say that this is not possible. It sounds very rude and unprofessional and very, you're not ready to help. Especially if you're in customer service, do not use this term that this is not possible. Though it may be company policy, etc., etc. Say that this does not seem like a possibility. Let me check what can be the alternatives or options. As long as you're ready to give alternatives or options as solutions, the customer will be okay. The customer will feel that you are understanding the problem and you are looking at alternatives and options, like how Harish mentioned, right? That's one
Mhm.
thing. Or else, like somebody said that let me research this and come back. So maybe you don't have the facts right. Don't point blank say that this is not possible. What if you don't have the knowledge? There
Or
could
what
be
if I'm
something
not the
which,
right person?
yes, you may not be the right person. So maybe you can, check with your manager, say that I will escalate it to my manager and come back to you with a solution. That could be something you can say. Or if you are
Hmm.
very clear that this is just not possible, then you have to say that in a positive way that we cannot accommodate this request because of XYZ reason. Be very clear and transparent why. Give them context, give them the reason, give them the explanation, and also present options if possible so that the customer is not lost.
True. Very, very important point. So always give context to them, and many a times don't just say it's not possible because you don't have the knowledge. This is the actual time where you get to work on your lacunas, find out where I'm falling short, and what can be done next time, so that if ever any other customer come up with the same mindset, same approach, I would have better answer or a better deal. At last, you have to satisfy your customer for better deals. Right. Okay, now comes the time where we have to wrap this meeting up. We need to call it off. It's always difficult to say that, oh, like now we'll meet next Sunday. But as I said, that you make our evening special whenever we come. You welcome us with open hands, with open hearts, and we feel that, okay, next time we should come up with something new. We should share something that can help them in their life. So keep up the good work. And just to summarize, today we had a discussion on business communication. A small note to all those who feel that business communication is just for those who are working. Professionals know, even when you, let's suppose you are a homemaker and you step out of home to get groceries, the moment you have a word with the street vendors or the grocery store person, even that time you have to be polite with your speech. That is more of a formal conversation. So you have to choose your words wisely in that manner. For any services that you are getting, maybe ordering a pizza at a restaurant or doing anything require business communication. So just focus on wood good magic, and then ask yourself, what else can I say? The moment you ask yourself next alternative, you'll feel that yes, now I can land in a better answer. And that would good. Thank you so much everybody for joining. Getting a lot for EnglishYaari. Okay, thank you so much, Shruti. And I still remember you gave great answers. I can see a lot of learners, Miss Namika. It's been around 1 hour, and they start. They are still with us. So
Yeah.
kudos to you all. I hope we were able to add something in your life. And the major takeaway from the session will be polite, be humble, and spread happiness to all those who missed our previous live. You can check it out on our YouTube handle, and it's never too late to begin. Am I right?
Absolutely. Life is a journey of learning and growth. Never stop learning. Every day is a learning, I believe.
True that. So next Sunday we are going to meet. If in case we missed any of your question, we are sorry for that, because we were overwhelmed with the kind of things you were doing and the kind of responses you were sharing all together. This video is going to be live on our YouTube handle, so you can put it out all your comment section whatsoever you want us to share in our next live, and we love to bring that up to you. So, on this note, we are signing it off and we'll see you next Sunday probably. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so